Joy, mnandi sana. Atsiba sana. Uyalazi. Baragi Joy, you always give us joy on the field of play.
Howdy, folks, welcome to the 3F Chats, your new home for all things football, family, and feels. Do not fear, as there will be controversial tactical family chats, pitch formation to tackle life, and counter-attacks in reaching life goals. So please join us as we unite hearts and ignite bonds.
Nah, Christopher Bomusi, the real joy on and off the pitch. Dumelang, kali bito Christopher Bomusi, the real joy on and off the pitch. And please welcome our guest for the day, Samane Jnr Marks.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
Always.
It's your boy. I stay around in the city. There's nothing much to me. Everything about me is on the internet, and I'm just gonna try to speak about family football structure. I've been invited, so I had to honor that. So let's move on.
So like as he said, today we'll be talking about football family or family football. The way, whatever the way you can call it and name it, it's one of the same. It's family and football. We just wanna see how those things meet, how they align and become one. So we really wanna know like how football brings family together.
Okay. From a perception of going to the stadium or sitting at home and being with the whole family behind the TV and.
Overall, behind the screen, going to the stadiums, wherever you are with your family and you're all about football, the day is all about football, activities around football, anything.
I think one thing I've learned about the feeling that football creates, I'd say, there's some kind of a Christmassy feeling. You know, when it's Christmas, everyone is happy, and there's that gentleness spirit, everyone is kind towards each other. I believe that when it's a big game, that's what football does. When you are behind the TV, everyone is going to have their football apparel, everyone's going to focus, everyone's going to have to want to have that charisma to say something while the match is still ongoing. So I think in a nutshell, I would say, what it does, it unites a bond. Even though we had fragmented views, on certain things, but when it's a big game match, we all sit together, despite how we are rivalries. After the game, we shake hands. Just like family problems, that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, for instance, the family was in some sort of a turmoil, and then a game starts, and then after a game starts, during the midst of the game, it might happen that those people that had a turmoil, they talk to each other along the way. Yes. And at the end of the game, they share a valued perception, and they both shake hands, and then, life moves on. So I think what football does, it integrates family, and it unites a bond. I think I'm trying not to rumble, but I think it unites a bond, some kind of that.
Some may disagree, some may agree with you, but also going on forward, like football is a very game of emotions, right? Sometimes, okay, let's take examples as a football player, and intensity, everything is high. You end up being angry or not being happy about the performance. You end up like you are sad, you don't want to shake hands after the match. Same as families. We can play, and I'm a Kosi fan, you are a Pirates fan. We decide, okay, we're gonna watch the match together, but because Chiefs has lost, now we are not really,
quite tough.
There are no smiles and shakes after the match because of what just happened. So, hence I'm saying one may agree, one may disagree.
Yeah, but I think also it comes with how emotions are heightened. Even if after the game my emotions are still heightened, obviously we're human beings. At some point it's going to take a decline, and then from there we start coming to our common senses. Even players that play against on the derby, I don't think they get mad at each other forever. It's just a game, 90 minutes plus, and then we're all good, So it doesn't extend after life. I don't want to believe that after the field, people become human beings, even when the emotions decline in some sort of way. So you agree to that?
Agreed.
But I guess I'm winning. Let's go.
Just because I said no dreams, I didn't want to say no.
But I get
because
your
it's going to take the conversation to be long. But
point.
what I'm saying is, with football, okay, judging from a perception of someone who had a dream, or someone who want to take his career, football career, very, very far. Football is not easy, especially if you don't have support from the family, or because you need to be. first thing you need like financially.
Yeah.
That's the first thing in football. You need soccer boot, you need shin guards, you need anything, almost equipment for you to be a professional soccer player. Right? Then let's say example, you're coming from a disadvantaged background.
Yeah.
You see, so it's a bit difficult. Do you think most of talented players don't make it or don't continue to pursue their football careers because of the family background?
I mean, at some point you are right. I mean, football can be a lonely journey, especially it's like leadership. When you're starting to be in a position whereby you have to be independent, I mean, it can be a very, very lonely journey. But like once you get support, everything changes. But in cases of people that come from disadvantaged backgrounds and marginalized families, it's quite difficult because I mean, just like you're saying, they have to put efforts twice than everyone that has boots. Obviously, yeah, it happens,
Yeah.
And it's like life. I mean, you patch things up, just like family. If you don't have sugar, you have to go and ask. And then month end, while we are fine, we're gonna buy and retail. It happens with the same thing. You go and ask for boots. For the longest time, you don't have boots. Once you buy, that person that has been borrowing you boots, you build some sort of a bond and a relationship. It's the same thing as families. We get to be neighbors through giving each other.
It's now your family, you're sharing.
Yeah. So I think literally the concept is family, like family structure or football pitch is the same as a family structure on an everyday basis. So I think we both agree on that.
But most families that are into football, like they take football as business.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not take it as if like you are just a player, then you have your parents and all that, you wanna pursue your career. Let's talk about like managers, the team managers, the team owners. No. What they are doing is a family business. That's a family business.
It's financially driven. Yeah.
So because it's financially driven, do you think the standards of where the team is can drop because it's financially driven?
No, definitely not. Because I think what happens is, I mean, people's lives and dreams are tied on to that. For instance, your father owns a team, you have your sister and you. You have to go to school. And then the team actually pays.
But it's not like if you didn't go to school, you don't have something. You have something that you cry to even if you don't go to school.
Yeah, but I think the profits keeps you at school. That's why you say the football team is a family business. Because as long as it exists and plays to that standards, then it's able to pay your tuition fee and you are able to further your studies.
But like if there's money at home, but how about this girl? Like which has kid like that. Mwanamuroti dog is very out of order. That person is a pastor, but he's very out of order. It's the same thing.
It's common, but it's not for everyone. I mean, I can argue against that.
But it's halapa. It often happens.
But also, it can be a perception that is being driven for us to believe. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
It's not a perception.
It's possible.
Nah, I'm against you. I say perception.
So you're saying every footballer that has kids, they end up not being footballers or becoming stars like that?
Nah, I'm not saying like that.
See that?
But there are like 30% chances of someone who like his father was a professional. Okay, how many people do you know playing football currently who can say my dad was a soccer player, my mom was this, my uncle was this? How many?
Okay, less
than 20%.
Have we done research on that?
No, I haven't. But even like the stats will be against.
Okay, I get the party saying, but yeah, let's move on.
So moving on, do you think like football can bring communities together, like the community, like?
Yeah, I think it has, man. I mean, especially if you check places like Soweto, man. I mean, football is a culture there, in one way or another. It's not just a lifestyle, it's a culture. People live football. And then I think it was like not the recent derby, but I think a few past months ago, I mean, there was a big screen in some kind of a location, and people were sitting outside, and everyone came out with their chairs and they were watching the derby there. I mean, that's the kind of unity we speak of. Sports brings people
unity leads to families. Like you start being united and you all like love each other.
Even with differences, in the pitch also. I mean, we come from different family backgrounds and stuff. But then once we play for the same team, we share the same morals, we share the same vision, we share the same goals. We become one, and as a unity, we are driven to reach or attain a simple goal that is one for all, like a collective goal. So I think it does that with each and every community. That's how you see branches. Kaizer Chiefs as a branch from this community. Kaizer Chiefs as a branch because of people come together with shared what this for a collective goal. So I think that's how it brings communities together. You know, it spans more than from the pitch. It spans wide. I mean, it's a very
it's very
thing,
wide. It's very wide. So for someone who's viewing or someone who really like to continue chasing a football career, like what do you have for them? Like for someone who really wants to be a professional soccer player, based on your experience or things you see out there, you see like what can you say? You got
It's quite difficult, eh? Yeah. I mean, it's quite difficult because like I'm gonna try to say this, but you are told that I don't want to say this, but it's okay. Okay, I think what I can say is, okay, I had my fair share of playing football. You know, I've been driven myself. I got to a certain extent, and then I had to I had to go into study. Because at some point I could see this is like a deadlock. So for people that find themselves in the same shoes, what I would say is that, football wants you now to be open-minded and have different content, you know. Like people that used to groom you and those relationships, just keep them solid, because those people also, they span to different spheres of football. And later in life, you can be able to pick up a call and call someone after you ring that person. That just one ring can change your whole life. You know? So I'm saying is keep those connections, you know, keep the relationship and honor those bonds, because they are the only things that can keep you within the football realm and take you far. Because there's people that have talent, but they don't have support, they don't have any kind of context that can take
That's
them
where family comes in.
you know. So if you have a family that's well structured, lucky for you, you're fortunate. But for someone that doesn't have that, value the relationships you have with the little people that go places in football play. So I think, pretty much that's it. So thanks, and that was a cool chat.
Thanks for the
Joy
video.
umnandi sana atsiba sana uyalazi bareki joy you always give us joy on the field of play.